Hello guys, welcome back to another video. It's been a while. I'm sorry guys, I haven't been uploading as much as I have wanted. My computer has broken and it is currently being fixed, but until then I haven't been able to record. So I thought I'd do something new. So recently I have gotten back into an old card game I used to play called Yu-Gi-Oh! And today I will be showing my deck list for my personal favorite archetype in the game, Dark Worlds. I will actually be competing in a local tournament this coming Sunday, so hopefully I do good, and this is the deck list I'll be using. Let's start. So I'll be playing 2 Silva, the Warlord of the Dark World. Now, reason being, if this card is discarded, it is legit just... If you can get this, have your opponent discard this, it is very powerful because it makes your opponent return 2 cards from their hand to the deck. So, very good card. If you can do the combo, you can just completely wipe their hand, which this isn't the deck's goal. That isn't its goal. It's more for fun and just a lot of fun stuff. So, of course, the 1 Cerulli, most Dark World decks play this. So, when Cerulli is discarded, it basically, its effect summons it to your opponent's field, which then, when it has a second effect, when it's special summoned, your opponent discards a card. In this case, if it's on your opponent's field, you will be discarding a card, which will set off Silva and also some of the other card effects for Dark World. Next, we will be playing 3 Snow. Now, this is mandatory because with this, you basically have 3 copies of every single Dark World card in your deck. So, let's say you don't open up with Genta or Gates of Dark World. You will, if you have a danger and you will manage to send this card to the graveyard, you can be able to use that effect to add to, it adds to your hand, get Eights or Genta or any card you're missing. So, very good card. Next up, we have Brow. So this is basically Pot of Greed for the deck. I play 3 just because it helps, but I don't often use it. So, now, the next, these are the mandatory, well, not mandatory cards. I play 3 Grapha. This is, you will need 3 Grapha. I've done testing where I've only played 2. I've always run out, and it causes problems. So, we're just playing, so I just added in a 3rd, and I took out something else. I used to play 2 Cerulli for extra stuff. I honestly don't know why I played it, but yeah. Next, we have 3 Rainbow. So, Rainbow is a good search card for Grapha. This card will, when discarded, add to your hand 1 level 5 or higher card, Dark World monster. So this can either search out Silva or Grapha, or, it can't search itself, but yeah, it can search out Grapha or Silva. I used to play Gold, and I side in Gold sometimes for, like, if I'm playing against a deck that really needs the cards on the field to basically board wipe, which is why I also played the 2nd version of Rainbow. Now, this card, mandatory, you need this. Genta. Genta is the best card ever added to Dark World. This card can discard itself, which none of these cards can discard itself. but by discarding itself, it can add to your hand 1 Gates of the Dark World, which is your combo piece. So this makes the deck much more consistent, much more valuable, and honestly, an all-around really good card. Especially because with Gates, actually, I'll explain that later. So that's the Dark World monsters. Now let's go into these spells. So we play 3 Gates of Dark World. This mandatory, you need it combo piece for the deck. And with this, by using Genta, you can search it, and this card in order to use its effect, you have to banish a monster. So this helps because then you have a monster in the graveyard already. Originally, people would play a much more danger monsters in order to use this effect, but now we have just with Genta, much more consistent. Not only that, Genta's effect will, when banished, special summon it to the field, so even better. So next we play 2 archives. This is just my opinion. I usually find that I want to run a second archives if one gets destroyed, or I just want to draw into one. It just helps a lot. And then we play 2 Accession. You will need this. This card is your fusion card. This is your poly for the deck. It also has the cool effect. It will discard cards if you're fusion summoning for a Dark World monster. So not only does it bring out your boss, it also it discards your cards, so that means you can activate effects. So you discard Grapha and let's say Brow. You get to draw one and then destroy a card on the field. Well, not with also bringing out your boss. And that's it for the Dark World spell cards. I don't play the negate for the deck. I've thought about adding it into the deck because I do feel like it's a good card, but in all honesty, compared to with all the other cards we're running, I don't think it's that mandatory. Next up are Danger Tech cards. So we play 1 Danger Teskanoko. It's limited, so I've thought about playing more than 1 if it wasn't limited, but yeah, it's fun. Next up, we have 2 Danger Mothman. Some people might get angry with me at this, but I've found that 2 is perfect number. It works out for my deck. Next up, Danger Bigfoot. I play 2. So I play 2 because it's a level 8 monster, and I find that's perfect because I play a lot of level 8 Xyz monsters. And I also play some cards that require a level 8 monster. So with Grapha and Rain both being level 8, it helps because you can use a lot of level 8 cards in the deck. That's all of our danger cards. Next up, some people might question this, so I play 2 Ash and 1 Dogwood. So I would play 3 Ash, but I don't have a 3rd Ash, so I replace it with Dogwood, which is actually a really good card. Not bad substitute. I could have had it worse. And then I also play 1 Called By, in case we get ashed. Good card to have. So these next couple of cards are for if we do mirror matches. And one of them is just in case I need it. So we play Different Dimension Grounds. So this card, really good for mirror matches, and also if you're with our current meta, it actually is really good to stop a lot of decks. Next, we play 2 Skill Drain. So I might take out one of them for to like add in something else, maybe a third X session, or maybe even put in Dimension Barrier. But not bad. Pretty good card. And then second, the last card for mirror matches, Silent Graveyard. This card is amazing. I'm just playing this out. This card not only stops your opponent from activating card effects this turn, this card also, if you read the text, discard 1 card. This card not only stops your opponent, it is also a extender, because by using this, you can then chain the effect of whatever card that was sent to the graveyard, which means that you basically have the monster's effect will resolve before Silent Graveyard's effect will activate. At least that's my thought. Any judges out there, feel free to tell me if I'm wrong. These next cards are, I feel like they're sleeping on. Most people are sleeping on these 3. So I play 3. I play 3 Fabled Raven. So this, people are going to question me, but this card is really good. We use a lot of special summoning, so we usually have a free normal summon. So by normal summoning this, discard as many cards as you want. This card is a tuner that can gain levels and also discards cards. That is really good for this deck, especially with some of the synchro cards I play in the extra deck. I also play 1 Pot of Desires, just extra draw, lowers down the deck, not bad. Can summon out Genta if you send it. Now the extra deck monsters. So we play 2 Grapha Overlords. Really good card. Boss monster for the deck. So these next cards are our level 4 monsters. I would replace these with other cards if I had them. I currently do not have it much to my access. So remember, my deck is just the most optimal cards for what I have. So you can always change it. So I play 1 Abyss Dweller, 1 Dark Rebellion Xyz Dragon if I want to take out a big beater. And then I also have Burner Visor. This card is just, I've had it come up twice. It honestly is really good because the card can attack directly, and then you can discard a card and inflict 500 damage, which also activates a Dark World card. So really good. Very nice. This next card is my level 8. I honestly don't question it, but I haven't had it come up yet, but I just play it in the deck for if I need it. So Neo Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon. So this card basically is just, if I'm facing an Xyz deck, I have something to hopefully out it. And yeah. Next card. This card, this is the reason why I play Fabled. Trishula. Greatest card in the game. I've had this card come up so many times and it has saved me so many times. I swear, this card is amazing. So, This card banishes a card from both the field, graveyard, and hand. I don't know why people don't use this in Dark World, but it's amazing. Next up we have my favorite card. I don't know why this card is just, I love it. Scarlet Red Dragon Archfiend. This card is just a board clear. It's deal damage. It's big beater, so good card. And then finally for synchro cards, we have Sword Soul Supreme Sovereign Sheng Ying. This card, good card, can banish a card if it would be destroyed. So, banish Genta, special summon it, and then use its effect, banish your opponent's cards. I use a lot of banishing cards in this deck, so, yeah. So, next up, we have our Link monsters. So, Yugioh the Scoldred. Mandatory, you need this. We also played Topological Zeroboros. This card, more if I'm in a tough spot. I play a lot of board clears, so yeah. Blackluster Soldier, Soldier of Chaos. This card is more if I want to, if I have the chance to summon it. It's a good card. We also play the regular Bolo Dragon, and then finally, Link Spider. So this card, honestly, really good. I've had it come up a couple of times where I need to summon a card in my hand. It's really good for Link climbing into maybe Blackluster Soldier. I've had you go into use Genta, go into Link Spider, use yeah. Yeah, it's more if you need an extra body on the field. So, yeah. And that's it. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys have any tips for me, cards I should try and go for to add to the deck, I can't promise I can get it, but yeah. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Subscribe, like, leave a comment, and see ya.